I think that'll do. I think that'll do, pig. I have to wonder how long this game actually is. Oh, wait. That's Mio. Mio's still alive? Hey, Ninan. Red thumbs up. I thought Mio died. That's interesting. Hajime Yoshimi's death. Nejima's threat of mass murder. The problems just pile up. Putting the detective's goals on collecting all the curse stones in jeopardy. Susumi leaves Iro to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. Soul told you? God damn it. I want to see that shit. I hate Among Us, dude. Hate it with a passion. Took you long enough. Thanks. The floor is yours. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including one in this park. Let's start with that one. The young man we found here. He's been identified as Shogo Oki, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to the water in his lungs. He drowned. He drowned in the middle of the park. It's not possible. It's got to be a curse we're dealing with here. About that, isn't this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries too? It's the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between the canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Let's assume they're related. What's next? Shell said to keep bullying you? God damn it. Freaking bird. Hope she chokes on her bird seed. Before that, the body of a woman found behind a residential complex in Kamezawa. The victim had been identified as Tawako Yahashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived here on her own in the area. As for the cause of death, well, the entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. No murder weapons discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Exactly. Crushing is the foot-washing mansion's modus operandi. The body was discovered. The place the body was discovered is also related to the 7 mysteries. He knew he used it. Judging by the amount of soul dredge, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. You should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Oh, I need this up. As for the 3rd victim, he was identified as Kohei Jonoichi, 22 years old. Oh, 32 years old, a teacher at Kamagawa High. He was found in the school's courtyard. The cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of the courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gym or the main building. Oh shit. Which one does the school have? Why do I think it's the clappers? Oh, it's the progression. Wait, if it's the procession, then we killed him. Can't rule out the possibility this death was also the work of a curse. Either way, it seems all 3 victims can be tied to the 7 mysteries. That's right. And Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the 7 mysteries. Had he been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? I feel like the cop was killed to activate the barrier thingy that went up. I'd be more surprised if you did. Did you not soul? I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't think I've ever been sub to soul. Looking at his deaths, it may seem like the curse bearers acted last night. You never even checked? Shut up. Soul's never looked at my emotes, I'm sure. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems that the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. Exactly. It's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. It's always been there. Get that out of my chat. I fucking hate Among Us, dude. Either way, we've got till nightfall to settle this. I think it's time we flushed out the other curse bearers. At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Taro Namigaki had the foot washing mansion, and Hideki Ariyashi had the ever-burning lantern. We have both of their curse stones. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has the one-sided reed. Oh, cool. It shows the transfer. I wonder who has the canal. We better figure out who has the remaining 5. Who the remaining 5 are quick. I should go about looking for them. No point searching blindly that'll lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look more into Yoshimi. I have a feeling there's some kind of connection there. I asked around Sumada's Community Safety Bureau where Yoshimi was stationed. Seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, I heard about that. Trying to determine whether it was really a suicide. Looking to the height of the building and the force of the impact, her wounds and all that. He must have suspected some kind of foul play, because he ordered a full investigation. But it had already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him to not go stirring things up. According to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but... yeah, a truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. There are no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. It's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? You knew the suicide was a cover for a hit and run. It doesn't seem like it'd be enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shirayashi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Oops. Remember the girl Yoshimi met the day he died? One Hitomi Okuda? Community safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand. Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they haven't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. We can ask, but it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Komadaga High School is closed today. That's right. That's right. I got some information about Yoshimi's fiance from the community safety. From the safety community. Her name is Mayu Choizawa. 27 years old, she works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But what? Community safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response. Dead silence. She do be cute. Mayu is a beautician of the fiance of Hajime Yoshimi, a police officer with the Shimida Police Department. Mayu's current whereabouts remain unknown. It's fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or spouse. Yoshimi was well liked, and they had been together for over 10 years. I guess so. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. As soon as she's found. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima. But so far we haven't received any word. About that. Apparently he vacated his last known address about a week ago. It gets worse. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he's been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking in on his workplace. He also said since he lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. I've heard that they're giving parole just to about anyone these days, because they're running out of room from the prisons. It also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That explains why he's so brazenly made contact. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. Speaking of Nejima, did you manage to reach your daughter? It might be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. That's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one to try to reach her? Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Former, hey, that cuts deep. Back on topic already, huh? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it until we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently and see if there's any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We could go to Komagata High School to look for Hitomi Okuda, or Michio Shirayashi's house to find more about her. Bringing her friend back from the dead means she'll have to pay a price. Yako makes it home safely, but isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Mio as the night passes. Oh, Mio did live. Dropping. They're so good. This thing's clean. Oh. The Spectre of the Spirit Board. Oh, Mio, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? It's a mistake to think that sink's clean. Wow, clean your friggin' sink, Nan. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't remember when I fell asleep. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just, who are you exactly, Mio? Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would flower arranging? Sounds like it must have been tough. Oh, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you also do while being a student? Oh, you got it rough then. But still, that's really amazing. You're so cool when you face off against that evil spirit. Yeah. Right, I do have it, but... Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michio back, I mean? I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Promise I won't use the curse no matter what. But maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so we can move forward. Right. Thank you, Mio. Mio's really cute. Candy shop Sinoya? An old-fashioned candy shop located on a corner street in Honjo. It's been Yoko Sakazaki's family for 3 generations. Jesus. Yeah. Then my problem is my brain reads faster than my mouth can speak it, so my words just slur together eventually. On the weekends, you can spot Yako watching over the store, cooking manjayaki and playing with traditional tops and card games with the local children. Though traditional candy shops are known for selling cheap treats for kids, it's not uncommon to see these things largely privately owned businesses become something more like general stores, selling food, drinks, utensils, and other daily necessities. Many families operate candy shops on the dirt ground of the floor of their home, known as a doma. Excuses, whatever, nan. With a space in the back where customers can eat mangiaki, as well as arcade games and capsule toy machines in front. Such facilities make them attractive places for children to gather and play. However, the harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth when many confected and hold on, let me make myself smaller so you guys can see too. I keep forgetting to make myself smaller for this game. I should be out of the way of stuff here. Confectionery manufacturers entered the market. Are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in the children's interests and tastes. Thought it was unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? Thanks. Excuses what? I'm dumb, okay? What happened? Okay. What? What? There's no way. Could it be because of the curse? Weird. So you're saying someone used their curse on him last night? But that's so scary. So curses really do kill people. And someone used it. His deceased body was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. We read all of this already. You're right. That's unusual. Oh, but she was in the school last night, too. Mia, wait for me. Mio. She owes you? Oh, so that's what it was. Oh, it's just an exorcism. Oh, okay. What? You saw it happen? Michio. He mentioned Michio? His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and wasn't moving, so I figured I should leave. But from what you told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonichi and killed him. Tell me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? Hey, I have all those problems. Uh-oh. So that's how it works, huh? People also have their personality taken over when possessed too? But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not? I see. Getting possessed by a spirit's pretty complicated, huh? Must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. I think I'll pass. That's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? Try to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? I guess that makes sense. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Jonoichi died, it almost sounds like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state of Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from on high. Could they have been killed by the same curse? Oh, right. Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Jonichi. They'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him last night. How terrible. Gross. I'm glad he's dead. What a scumbag. Hmm. Dark. Dark. Did you hear what this dirt was? Must have been some reason. Jesus Christ, this girl just like seeing so you'll fucking die. What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman, told me to take it, told me to hold on to it for him. And he told me he wanted to look for a talisman Michio Shiriashi had, looked like this one. A talisman that Michio had. I know things at home were a little complicated. So you've seen inside of it. Nagagoshi at the police department. So she was there last night for the talismans? Alright, then suppose what the spirit board said is true about Michio's death and it was an accident. She must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I think she was this kind of girl who would just give up no matter the situation. Oh, can we get your contact information where we can normally find you? Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk to you. And you're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. All right, then. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's the one. Mr. Jonichi's pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it certainly would explain why he was killed. Alright, that's the person Mr. Jonichi would have... The person who killed Mr. Jonichi would have had to been one, too. Whew. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or old man Ashimiya? Oh, I just remembered something. I also saw Mr. Ashty outside the main gate last night. We know he used his. It's likely he's involved with the curse given that he's doing the one... Wait, what's his do? We haven't seen what that one... how it kills yet. Lights someone on fire. We know it's not that one. Boot washing mansion stomps. So we don't know how... Okay. And we know the canal drowns you. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but... That makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Where to go then? Uh... Local museum? Doesn't have anything to do with curses. He wasn't here because it's closed. The Ryogoku Bridge does, and Yashida Gardens do. So we can try these two. Oh, was it wrong? Or does it just kind of leave you hanging? So I thought it'd be somewhere related to a curse because he was investigating them, right? We'll leave that alone for now then. Maybe we'll find out where he is through one of these. Throughout the night, Richter continues to gather information about the curse stones, while Haruo lies awake until dawn, preoccupied by the prospect of bringing her lost child back to life. Morning, ma'am. How are you feeling? How's your cursed stone looking? Interesting. It's possible the powers can only be unleashed at night then. There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done what limited time I had. By the way, there's something I want to talk to you about. Our current plan is to steal a cursed stone that's already absorbed soul dredges, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with the curse bearer and have them use the right for our purpose. As long as we offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you expect. Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shigimas, right? Shigimas, right? Shigimas. Okay, with that option on the table, let's figure out our strategy. Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems the other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting soul dredges. You see the news this morning? Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. They've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found, but they've been nicknamed the Honjo serial killings. It's garnered quite some attention on the streets. Only 3? That's what I thought. Even if the victims were curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't have been enough soul dredges. As for what those curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little on the low side. With this little activity throughout the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't sound like anyone's gathered enough soul dredges yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action. Oh shit, sorry. I thought we were still... whatever. Might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul dredges if they were after the right. Be very risky, since as a curse bearer they themselves become a target. That's right. But despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul dredges themselves? Sitting back and observing the sidelines is the safer course of action. Which is why I figured it'd be best for us to attempt the same strategy. There's still a reason to suspect the mastermind could be a curse bearer themselves. Oh, sorry. Oh, man. One day I'll get some good sleep. To be honest, I want to keep my distance from whoever it is. There's no telling what kind of power they might possess. Whether our aim is to negotiate or steal, we have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with other curse bearers. At this point, all we can do is search. Good question. The right could be nothing more than a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. Seeing it might be for naught, but do you want to give up, ma'am? Understood? After all, we'll never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. But we'll do it without using the curse ourselves. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them. But I only managed to get detailed information on 2. I appreciate the flattery. First, there's Ayame Tono, the girl we talked to before, though she isn't a curse bearer herself. She's a student attending T University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midorichio Park. I called every single university with Yukui in the curriculum pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. Doesn't seem like she's returned home last night. Or she might have run into some trouble. I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I couldn't keep track of her either. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She's planning to steal the curse stones just like us. It's best we act carefully around her. Next is the tall man who was dressed in black. I met him near Kinchicho. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him. What can I say? He works as the secretary to Hiyaku Soap's chairwoman. I believe his name is Takumi Yumioka. Hiyaku Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Hanjo, correct? I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news a few years back. She used to be very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assume she wanted the factories running at full capacity. With the harsh restrictions on industrial waste, a lot of factories with older equipment had to be shut down. Most companies back then were more concerned with making a profit than protecting the environment. What would a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night? On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters, but they hadn't started for the day, so I might have better luck later. No, that's an interesting thought. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night. This one seemed to be collecting... Oh, that's right. That was her. He's dead. Indeed. I couldn't get a good look at him, though, and couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. But I can make an educated guess. You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on the rite of resurrection? The one that lives near here? His name is Hideki Ariyashi. And the man I met was of very similar stature. I think that's possible, yeah. Which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him for the time being. Safety first. Of course, I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to focus on him. I prefer to ascertain who else is a curse bearer. First, I'll return to Hyaku Slopes to see that man in black. The headquarters are down on South Wari Getsu Street. I learned something new about the chemical. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. Concerns the serial killings. There was a body found at Komagata High School. The person was identified as a school teacher. His name was Kohei Jonuchi. Whew. I am suffering. Not sure. It's possible. But regardless, that means two people who knew the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shirayashi's residence. It would be wise to pay a visit. Oops. In addition to the 3 victims associated with the Hanjo serial killings, this Michio Shirayashi reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer died at the former Yasuda Gardens. Strange deaths continue to occurring like so. They're bound to inspire strange rumors. It's true. Both occurred a week before the accusation, or the accursed. Both occurred a week. Oh my God, help me. Both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Still, it can't be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved even with those killings. What if they were the preliminary steps to awakening the Seven Mysteries curse? Can we really assume Can we really assume they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it'd be easier if it were connected to these cases. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily. Suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. You're right. If we're to focus on the mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. We might even discover more deaths related to the curse on the way. We should pay attention to the news today. And that's all I have to report. Shall we continue with the investigation? What do you want to do? If you still can't use the curse stone, taking a walk should be a fine place to start. In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where to go, ma'am. We're here. This is Midorichi Park. Ayame Tomo lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again. We won't get much done just standing around. Why don't I go and check out Ayame's apartment? No, I'd prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been home or not, just to potentially get a trace on her movements. Okay, I shouldn't be long. I'm back, ma'am. Afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However, I noticed a few people who seem to be related to the police force keeping watch in the area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it means I had to refrain from knocking the door, looking through her windows. I wasn't able to check her electricity meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. Here we are at Ground Zero, Komagata High School. Whew. Whew. I guess it's logical that the police got this place shut down. The teacher's body was found here after all. Hold on. It's as if the students have nowhere to go now that the school's closed. Seems the officers are still inspecting the scene. Entry has been strictly prohibited. The news has attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we can blend in. You see Fox Toast today? Almost. They're a little bit cut off. This place is said to be connected with the story of the Fool's Procession. I wouldn't be surprised if the curse bearer decided to turn up. However, I need to find out if the teacher is a curse bearer or not. I expect the police to be baffled since they don't know about the curses. I can ask around and see what the students have to say. Alright, I'll go ask questions about Michio. How you doing today, friend? School kids sure love a good rumor. I was practically drowning in stories about Mr. Joinichi and Michio, most of which seem dubious at best. Getting over a cold's a kind of bleh. At least you're getting over it. Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought. But there was one story that caught my attention. Some believe that Michio is the one who killed Mr. Joinichi. The story's got two pieces of evidence that back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was going to kill him for some days now. A fellow teacher overheard his mumblings and told the students. As for the other piece of evidence, a pigtailed girl in a school uniform was seen around school late last night. Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some people are proposing it was Michio brought back to life, or that was her vengeful spirit. It's not like Michio is the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have just been made up to fan the flames. If she's alive, that'd be ideal. Still, there's one more thing I should mention. I discovered where Michio lived. A student had a list of student addresses on hand. I believe all the students actually have a copy of said list. That's creepy. It worries me how easy it was to obtain with it. It worries me how easy it was to obtain what should be confidential information. Imagine what would happen if that information got into the wrong hands. Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's now possible for us to visit Michio Shirayashi's house. I can imagine the students are uneasy after learning of the murder. It'd do them well to stay home for some time, if not for fear for their safety. The police are probably too wrapped up in solving the case to be concerned about students' mental health. Some school policies could use some rewriting, especially those handling the students' personal information. Expect criminals to grow more cunning as time passes. There may be times where the authorities can't keep up. That's where outlaws such as myself come in. Actually, just forget anything I said. I went to visit Michio Shirayashi's family home. However, no one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door and all the lights were out. Seems to have been empty for a while now. There was a stack of newspapers out front. One sec. I wonder if this place is okay. Social connections run deep in the working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to the locals. Met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out, the Shirayashi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year. I'll give you a quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of the town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the two of them. Michio's mum, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first they got along with their neighbors, many of which had similar situations, helping and being helped in turn. Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. His name was apparently... that's a fucking name. Kankichio Iwai. Neighborhood gossip something else. Somehow, everyone knew his name. Well, he was apparently quite a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbor often heard screaming and shouting coming from the household. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams pleading with him to not hit Michio. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear eerie chanting. Through this, the Shirayashi's standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed, even during the day, and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. Fortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. And then, Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned home. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but... Hurry up, Hootie. Thank you. Just as many were fed up with the Shirayashis entirely, and seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. Seems they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. Hipiopo! I've heard many stories where one's partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation also taken a turn for the worst. She was determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to some sweet promises. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. The common-law husband of Michio Shirayashi's mother. Toshiko Shirayashi... Oh, I'm just going to call him Iwai. Started coming and going from the Shirayashi household a little over a year ago. Seems he served some time in prison, but the details are unknown. Actually, that's going to need to go to approvals. But the Shirayashi certainly hadn't lucked out with theirs. Let me try that again. The Shirayashi certainly hadn't lucked out with theirs, bringing in such a violent man into it. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters are on the other side of South Warigesu Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears things are up and running now. I think I saw a small soap making company would grow to such a short time. They have factories and warehouses throughout the area now. You can see why director and now chairwoman Natsune Yamamori is called the Queen. Yaku Soaps, a chemical producer that ranks 4th largest in the domestic detergent market and 7th largest in cosmetic market. From its humble beginnings as a small soap factory established in the war in 1946, founder Natsume Yamamori utilized her feminine perspective and a well-timed economic boom to boldly lead the company into new markets. Even as the market grew crowded with the industrialization of Shumeda City, the company continued to expand, digging its roots deep into the area. In particular, it established itself as a household name by focusing its branding toward the rapidly expanding convenience store market. Its flagship products now include cosmetics, detergent, soap, shampoo, and more. The company's name, Hihaku, can also refer to a kasuri, a type of patterned fabric. Ugh. Natsume Yamamori. Natsume is the former president of Hihaku Soaps, a large chemical company. Though she retired from her position 2 years ago, she still wields great influence over the company from her position of chairwoman. Recently, there have been rumors about her possessing strange and powerful magical abilities, earning her the nickname, the Witch of Hihaku. Prior to the war, Natsume enjoyed working her dream job at a textiles factory. She was forced to face the bitter reality of the world, however, when the factory was destroyed by fire during the war, and she was ordered to rework the fabric she had painstakingly crafted into something more suitable for blue-collar work. Witnessing the rise in popularity of Western-style clothing in the post-war period, Natsume left the textile industry. However, a nod to her past can be seen in the company's name, with Hihaku being another name for a kasuri, a type of fabric featuring patterns and images woven with dyed fibers. Having long been dissatisfied with the soap supplied at the textile factory, Natsume saw a business opportunity in setting up her own small soap factory. Taking inspiration from imported soap brands, she developed new products that quickly gained a good reputation. Ever the shrewd businesswoman, Natsume ran an aggressive promotion campaign on TV featuring a popular Japanese singer, rapidly turning Hihaku Soaps into a household name. That's correct. That's exactly my thinking. A curse bearer with both money and power could certainly look at a resurrection as their next prize. Negotiating with a person of that stature may prove difficult. First, I need to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. Be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. You should walk around. This is a cafe or for some tea, perhaps. I'm gonna go in. It may be a while, so feel free to find somewhere to kill time. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll fast forward to the conclusion. I met with Takumi. There's no doubt he's the same man I saw last night, but it doesn't seem like he's a curse bearer. That doesn't mean he has no connections to the recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. He even guessed we have a curse stone of our own. I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night. However, curse stone. What are you on about? You're right. We lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the curse stone of the haunting clappers. I didn't know soap businesses specialized in scrubbing curses clean. Is that so? So, you're telling me the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch? Go on. Very interesting. With that said, just how many curse stones have you acquired so far? What you tell me is true. Surely the company would have launched a large-scale search by now. 6? Whoa. I can rest at ease then. And here I thought I was at risk of being cursed. Sorry to disappoint you, but it's not actually in my possession at the moment. Considering its importance, I've been keeping it in hiding. I'm sorry, but I've got something important to tend to. But I promise, I'll return with it later. How prudent of you. I'll oblige. And that's how it went. I wouldn't be so quick to trust him. I believe we're dealing with a master in deception. He may well have made up the story to convince us to part with our stone. I think he was lying about having procured 6 curse stones as well. Like, really? 6? That's excessive. The company's plotting something. I wonder what they mean to do with these curse stones. Yes, I know I need to send it OGG. Seem rather desperate to get a hold of ours, despite us not having collected any soul dredge. Perhaps the people at Hihaku are masterminds behind the curse being unleashed. I wonder about that, too. If she really were that powerful, would her secretary have divulged that information so casually? Takumi was either making it up as he went along, or he's trying to spread a rumor. Recently, people have been caught up about their cult more than ever. If word spreads that Hihaku's chairwoman has godlike powers, she could very well benefit socially and politically from that mystique. That's unsettling. By the way, there's one more thing of interest. I heard the company's reception lobby. People were discussing whether one of the bodies found this morning was that of a Hihaku employee. As long as officials haven't revealed the identity, it all amounts to nothing more than speculation, though. Despite that, I have reason to believe that Hihaku Soaps is deeply involved with the 7 mysteries. At the very least, I can assure you have gathered that much. The more we know, the better our negotiations will go. In the meantime, we should be off somewhere else. There's no reason to stick around here any longer. Where else is there for us to go? Oh. Hmm. Okay, so this isn't the place. That's where we just were, right? Yep. Did I miss something somewhere? Guess so. Hmm. Oh, so you came here too? Yeah, June. Aww. With dusk fast approaching, and they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Susumi and Iro direct their investigation towards Komogata High School and the Shiriashi residence. I don't know why I struggle saying the high school name so much. Komogata High School. Komogata High School. Komogata High School. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Ideally, we could talk to someone who's involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. This place isn't only connected to the case just because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the pools. Jesus Christ! It's also the site of the fool's procession, and of course, where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Oh, right. Speaking of schools. You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. Why don't we get a psychic high school you mentioned help us? A lot of people involved in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. Exploit underage labor. Hey, who had anything about exploiting them? I just want to give the young experts an opportunity to shine. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us clear out the area. News of the dead teachers also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. School gates will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Komogata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place for the evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. Yoshimi looked out for these students as a Sumata city officer. Juvenile delinquency has been a growing problem for years now. The school's no exception. We know about juvenile delinquency. We played Persona. I don't see anyone. Welcome back later. Seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Alright, I'll go check the house. Arrow's off checking the Shiriachi household. I'll just wait till he gets back. It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. Seems like everyone decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. Doesn't look like I knocked for a while, but no one came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Looks like no one's home. Let's try again later. So we have to suspend it here? Really? Yeah, we're stuck here. Okay. Then I'm stuck. It must be somewhere I didn't... Or I must have gone to, like, the wrong place here. Do I go to the school and run into the cop? Yeah, that's the same time. So what if I do that and then do this? Yep, there we go. That's... What is it? You want to talk to those girls? I do! Huh? What? Hey, aren't you... You used to be that high school that's skirting around the child labor laws I've heard so much about. Don't worry about that. If you help us out, we'll make sure boss... If you help us out, well, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Mio's really cute. We've got ourselves a deal, right, boss? These girls are at our service. Looking forward to it. This is you included. You're free! Did you win, Ray? Did you beat him? Did you beat him? Did you do it, champ? We beat him? Nice. Congratulations. Now go do Rykard. Now go do Rykard. Oh, wait. Did you end stream? Oh, Ray? You didn't end stream without beating Rykard. Next time, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Good job, though. That was a pretty hard fight. It's one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case. Was it really? I mean, yeah, he one-shot you. Hydrate. I am. I got my monster right here. Yay for Monster. Hydrate. That's me. I'm the girl standing behind Mio. I'm surprised they told us the day of the procession. I thought they would have kept that a secret. What's a secret? What? You were here last night. What? What? You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool. You guys are talking to dead people? That's sick. Was that dialogue? Well, eh? The cursed echo we saw took a shape of a woman missing an arm and leg. So that is... That would be the reed then, right? Oops, no. Files. The lady in the reed got cut in half. Yeah. What's so bad about that one? Nejima. Oh, right. But wait, if that's the case... So Nejima is the janitor. Who's Nejima? No clue. Oh, Fumichika Nejima. He said he's gonna massacre the city at sundown today. Well, as far as we know, there's us, Mr. Jonichi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi, and Old Man Ashiyama. So she was here last night. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter. Let's just stick in the row. It must mean there's another curse bearer here last night. Jonoichi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been here, whether it was Michio or not. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean it's anything is possible. It's still possible that Nejima was behind Jonichi's death. But this janitor, Ashiyama, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here? Because he's a mass murderer. He chopped up little children. That's why I'm interested. He's around 50, and he came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before us. There are all kinds of rumors about him. So I'm going to get a better picture of all this. It's not It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to the former name can get in the way of a proper rehabilitation, you see. Here, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashiyama? Arrow, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashiyama. We can't let him get away. It's so stupid. This guy like chopped up a friggin' like what middle school student, and it's like, oh yeah, he can go work at a high school. That's fine. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Oh, Yako. What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but you might have gotten very lucky there, kid. But the mastermind behind the Feast of Shadows. In that case, you're probably best off talking to the crabby researcher guy. Oh, right, he's a teacher here too, isn't he? You already know him. Maybe more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking. I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. Isn't he dead? But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. Isn't he dead? Don't worry about that. I'll allow it. Is he really dead? I think... No. Ariashi. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, Hitomi Okuda. Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, he must have been pretty important. I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Well then. Do you think you should talk to Yoshimi's fiance? Haven't they met before? Alright then, we better find her fast. Mayu Chozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. What? So this is a Nakagoshi case. Why would Yoshimi tell her that? I will, but I don't know if they'll pick up when I call. Yeah, well, yes. Yakagoshi is the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure he exists, or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All the paranormal affairs cases are referred to as Nagagoshi cases. Oh, we're done with Mio? Bum. I was actually playing to resurrect her. Oh, I see. We're getting quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Arrow. After examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide but a vehicular collision. Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. Did she just have like a friggin' vision? The ghost they summoned with the spirit board possessed her? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Have you any idea why Junichi was so scared of Michio? I see. Well, I was half expecting it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Forensics is still investigating the area. I didn't want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around the scene too. This indicates where Junichi's body was found. They moved his body, but this is why we still having an idea of how it was found. I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. I figured as much. I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? She's gonna get the wrong idea. They found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. Ribbon. It's the kind you use to tie up your hair. It's the ribbon that Michio always used to wear. That's so cool. Or he kept it. I mean, they were, you know, he might have just had it on him. That's the question. She got her revenge on Junichi. She may have had more revenge to dish out. What about the guy who killed her in the collision? Don't worry, you're a big help. Thank you. We should start a search for Nejima and Mayu Chozawa. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Wham, wham. I care more about this one, I think. Haruhi and Richter visit Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the resolving... Holy shit. Determined her to be a key player in the unresolved kidnapping case from a year before. As the complicated story begins to unravel, they encounter two men. I think I'm gonna voice director for this one. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. This is my client, Miss Haruhi Shigimata. Her father's a big deal in the police themselves, so remember to mind your manners. How lovely. Keep at it. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades, is all. You should give it a try, Arrow. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. Can't say much for the quality of life, though. I didn't think your business would last. Here you are. Ugh. What, to sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. Keep on tying up all your loose ends, saving the little birds you abandoned. That's the story behind everything, ma'am. I don't regret my time in the force. I wouldn't have connections I have today without it. That's right, I'm picking up the police's slack. Bam, bam. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year? The investigation carried afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hope we talked to the family. No one was home when I last checked in last time, so we figured we'd try again. Bam. Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... If you insist. That's nothing but a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white lording around. Nah, that ain't me. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. As it turns out, I was here last night. As it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation. Out of the ordinary. I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Can't promise I'll be any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something's happening in Honjo, isn't there? Must be something big if they've got you head office guys in on it. I think Richter's my favorite character. I like this guy. So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dredges to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. That's tough. I never expected curses or other mumbo-jumbo to play into this all. But we're talking shady characters. There was this middle-aged fellow I saw on South shit. Ari Gesu Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. It's impressive. You two are working quick. Not that I can remember. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Oh, goodness. Oh, get up. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests in which order they come. Whew, whew. Come on, brain. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. You knew? Seriously? Michio was involved with the curses of magic? Yoshimi. Alright, Hajime Yoshimi's. I've heard. It was a most unfortunate loss. There's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Let's talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Jonichi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? Testimony? You mean from those psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there's a chance that Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true, then... EY. He'll be the next victim. EY. He was Michio's father, right? Or stepfather? Yeah, he was a stepfather, okay. We have to open the door to Shirayashi's house. We need to look inside. Screw that. You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Oh shit, he's already dead, isn't he? He dead. Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Fuck doors. Come quick and look at this. Nah, he's her stepdad at best. That's gotta be. That's got. If that, it's gonna be the body of Kankichio Iwai. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He got real messed up. Looks like it could have been this way for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Hira, did you find Junichi's body in the same state? It was Michio Shiriashi. She is alive. She used the power of the curse to get back the men who ruined her life. It's gotta be that. If she's alive, then... Mr. Storyteller. Do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiriashi had never died? But, seeing as you come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiriashi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? What? 8 a.m. this morning. Because we know if she is alive, then she was at the school last night. And what's-his-face died... So he died last night because they discovered the body at dawn. So she wasn't at the school then. Oh, Iwai. They said he died last night as well, right? I think Iwai died first, so I don't think she was home either. But no other bodies were found messed up like that. I don't actually know. That's a no, because we've been there. This is a no. She'd have no reason to be here. I don't think we've been there. She wasn't home. She wasn't at school. She'd have no reason. I'm kind of curious to say the bridge, because it's between both. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and choose again, shall we? Okay, ow. She can't have been home. This is wrong as shit. Yeah, I thought so. She has to be around here, though. No, that would make sense. And you consider the cause of death. Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken about enough of your time. Just think it through and it all becomes obvious. Yep, Nejima. Let's keep looking around. So she knows she can't know Nejima, she's too young. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichio Iwai. I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely. That's concerning. Well, that's not good. There are candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these tools for some ritual? That's right. Considering this is a murder scene, we ought to leave everything as it is. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. Oh my. Who knew the chief inspector was such an expert on the occult? Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Damn, really? While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously, refer to the likes of witchcraft or astrology. Astrology, whatever. Here it refers specifically to Western black magic. In medieval ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as a scientific fact and would have naturally evolved into what is known today as chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic. The practice of using magical knowledge to strike bargain with demons. In contrast to the socially acceptable subjects studied by the... Oh my lord, that's not a word. Intelligentsia, black magic was the most prolific among the lower classes. It was the common people who suffered most from the ills of the day, war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As heresy, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. There's a lot of words in that sentence. Look at these. Pictures of Fumichika Nejima, cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. Do you think it might have anything to do with the body here? So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. Tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either. You two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nejima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. Seriously? Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if EY and Fumichika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location. There are old books scattered everywhere. Wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. Be a pain to look through all of these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around. We come back to them, okay? Looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual, or whatever, was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. Hard to say. He could have been one of the Shirashis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they're trying to do. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through it if I wore gloves? Thank you. This one seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here, alongside detailed descriptions of procedures. I suppose you could call these grimoires. It's a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. There's a bunch of handwritten notes besides the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. EY doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you should never judge a book by its cover. The hell? One sec, sorry. According to the materials, this here is a rune for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This one over here appears to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. I guess no matter the part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. Oh. This looks like a journal. It's probably EY's. His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Oh, wow. Now this is something. This is quite the find. Let me give you the summary. So this Kanaokichi EY fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems like he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book where he could... It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. Likely not coincidence. It seems like EY took interest in the Nejima murders after he made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. It's not going to work, is it? This is a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Eli had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact. To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years we've just been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. That's right. The murders have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrifice offering match up exactly with the acts that carried out by Nejima. That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima managed to do some type of resurrection ritual, but EY had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all stuff of fantasy, but it doesn't refute that Nejima and EY were both acting in earnest. It means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Go on. So Nejima was the father? I heard of parents threatening to leave their children under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. I suppose those cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not with our president. Man, this game's fucking dark as shit. It's starting to sound more likely now. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Who are we thinking the child is? Are we... Where's Mio? Because Mio kind of has the same, like, face as this guy. What if it was Michio? That'd be kind of cool. Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still some more written in EY's journal. We know EY had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the evidence from his idol, Nejima. Meanwhile, in prison, after conducting research and gathering more information, he determined that he had a chance to get rich quick. Sorry, one sec. That's not how you spell Stephanie. Jesus. Come on, Fox. Crack. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsume Yamamori. So that's where this leads. Here, let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and that she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. I think she's already dead then. Magic rituals and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She's apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth and the like. That's what this all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the rite of resurrection. May also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for if she becomes young again. You can ignore that. Either way, I think EY took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him in to keep a low profile. The Shiriashi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, were just unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? You realized it then. Shit, I'm gonna get this wrong. I don't know what I'm realizing. I haven't realized it yet. I wish I knew, like, the next sentence. Hold on. Child magic living sacrifice. Nope. Iwai was moved with Shiriashi's to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth resurrection spell, but it meant extracting the life force from someone young. I was close. That's what I said. Iwai worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors. Not to mention, he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time. Oh shit. I thought there might be a reason to why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. You must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnap him on his way back home. Alright, man. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? Sup, Pala? Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in his journal. EY got in contact with Nejima last year after Nejima was released on parole. Provide him with accommodation and financial support. Managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shirayashis, it seems most of it went to Nejima instead. If Nejima's lurking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably at the hideout. Unfortunately, no. Not from what I can tell. Seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean, among other things. That's right. Michio Shirayashi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout, too. I should be going. The lady's not well. Alright. EY once made a living by placing advertisements in magazines to sell phony magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era where things and people were simple, and has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing ostentatious world of late. Woo! Radical in his beliefs that it would be rather to tear down society than start over again, EY was discontent with his life spent poking around society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nejima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on EY, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Nejima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. EY was later arrested for his illegal business practices and had a chance in meeting with... what was his name? Nejima. During his... oh my god, help me. I know this word, dude. I know this word. Incarceration. Solidified his idolization. He was captivated by... I'm getting there. I got it. He was captivated by Nejima's talk of black magic and following his release, acquired the grimoire EY had hidden away. As for Tokisho Shirayashi, EY set his sights on her after encountering her at a part-time job. When he learned the Shirayashi family was in financial trouble and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. He revealed his true colors, however, after moving in with the family and used violence and money to keep Toshiko and Michio under his thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he had found a sponsor in the Hihaku Corporation. You guys stop sending me shipments? I'm not working. Kanichiro forced the Shirayashi family to perform various rituals, with any attempt to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. After Hihaku offered Kanichiro great sums to intensify his work with black magic, he set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigima, the son of Haruo Shigima, against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy, and when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, EY kidnapped Shuichi, locked him up in the Shirayashi house, and told the young and courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. While his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against the police, it was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and breakdown in public order. So EY painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo on the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin of that of the Nejima murders. Infuriated, EY and Toshiko performed the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kanichiro blamed her. Warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, EY dumped the boy's body in the nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kenicho performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kenicho until the day they died. I don't see a backlog. Dark. Are you feeling better now? We got some fresh air, ma'am. Hey, Shadow. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. Shit, that needs a print. Ooh, just like fittings. Because she killed the kidnapper? Hmm. Hmm. The right of resurrection. What time is it? Like a half an hour. The right of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Whew. Give me the footnotes. Where do we leave off with you? So you know about the phone call the guy made to kill the whole city? Since then, Mio's alive. The janitor is the guy behind the phone call. And then the big bombshell we just got. And that's been it, really. Oh, and the girl that committed suicide's alive. She didn't actually die. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading the rumors of them in the first place. Hideki Ariyashi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds at the Kurokikyo Cafe. So what was that bombshell? That dude moved in with... Okay. It's easier to have the files open. So... Where is she? Michio. This girl didn't kill herself. She was hit by a vehicle but survived. She got a curse echo. We don't know which one she has. I mean, we do, but we don't. So she's alive. So she kidnapped... Where is he? She kidnapped this kid, who is her son, she kidnapped him for EY, for her stepfather, because her stepfather threatened to kill her mother. So this guy killed... I keep forgetting his name. Shuichi. This guy killed this kid in order to perform a youth resurrection, or a youth ritual for... for this chick, to make her young again, but it didn't work. And then... So he found out EY is the killer of... EY is the killer of Harue's son. And then... Where is she? Michio. Michio has killed... So Michio went back and killed EY. And she's killed Jonichi. I don't remember why she killed him. Oh, because he was sexually assaulting her. That's right. So Kohei has information on Michio. We don't know what information he had, but he was sexually assaulting Michio, so Michio iced him. And then has gone back and killed EY after that. That's a big chain of events. Yep, that's what we just found out from that journal. Ooh, there's a stamp there. We know. It'll be okay. Mockingbird number 8. Oh, those are cute. We should do that for you, Pala. I want you to look like a little, like, biker bird. Wait, we're telling him about our curse. Oh, yeah, right. I suppose he doesn't have one anymore. Right, we wanted to ask you about this. Could you please keep it down, Mr. Hayashi? Your reaction's too intense. It's kind of scaring me. What would be amusing? Tell me. What would be the best way to approach this? I'm assuming flattery, because he knows these things don't work during the day. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these cursed stones. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Yashi. Won't you help us, please? Yeah, like with hand movements and stuff? Yeah. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection, the 7 mystery curse stones, happening now? That'd be kind of cool. I think that might be a pain in the ass, but it'd be kind of cool to do. Mr. Yashi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? Something from the occult. Right. Make something up. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and we think it could really help your research. Then how about... Then, what does the records of fate... What does the record of fates that you've been researching say about the rite of resurrection? Yeah, okay. So how did Mio end up being alive? Yeah, so in our original option, we told the janitor that Mio was still in the building, and the janitor has a curse stone, so he went in and killed Mio. When we left, we never told the janitor that Mio was in the building. I'm really glad I'm not reading this guy, because there's a lot of fucking words in that. Read it for you guys? I only read the main characters. Like Yakko. What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? So that's similar to what Mio said, actually. Omnioji. An officially appointed governmental position within the Bureau of Omnio in medieval Japan. Omnioji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuzing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and oh my lord, elements. High-ranking practitioners used a variety of mystical arts, including one that brought natural disasters and curses. Omnioji were tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Omnioji thrived during the Heian period, due in part due to the work of famous Omnioji later founder of the Tsuchi Mikado clan. Damn. When you get to read these for me, I probably won't have anyone come on for me. Abe no Semne. However, Omnioji began gradually declining in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along with the development of civilization. Although the services of Omnioji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shomanji, or hidden Omnioji, who worked for the common folk. How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite? Thank you. Thank you. The Hanjo incident. During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 histories of Hanjo. Oh, my legs just can't get comfortable tonight. You are? Resentful memories. We have those. Oh, I did. Mio, should I? Okay, Mr. Yashi, I'll tell you about the memory of the Fool's Procession. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at the festival. I bet you that's the read. I don't remember which one the read was. We don't know what the read does, but we know that... Yeah, this is janitor's. We know he has it. Or I suppose technically... what's the janitor's name again? This guy. He has it. Power of a cursed stone is different based on this cursed echo? Maybe Simon's cursed echo we could... Oh, nothing. Sorry. Mr. Ayashi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? Most important are the foot washing mansion and the evergreen beach. Foot washing mansion. Anoji appears distinctly in this one. Next is the Evergreen Beach. This curse echoes from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged from spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. What's the trigger for the curse to occur? I was given the record of fates by a woman. We knew about that. Is there anything else you know? The record of fate's yin scroll. Ooh. Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? If Seaman died in the Hanjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. Am I wrong? Of course not. He could use the right of... Oh. You're telling me Simon used it on himself? But he still had to collect the soul dredges he needed to use the right. I get it now. Seaman's blood descendants guarded it. Hmm. The Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. It is said that Sukimichiro, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dredges for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Saman. Bring me some good information and I'll give you an A in school. Street. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Even Mr. Hayashi couldn't have any leads on the scroll. How did we know where to start looking? Right. So, Mio, what are we going to do next? So, we should go back to school then. Yeah, and it sounded like it belonged to that of a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Really? I guess I'm just not feeling that confident right now. That's their classmate? Oh, the girl that's undead? Maybe. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers, even though they always get cleared away anyways. Hmm? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? What's this all of a sudden? Oh, now that you mention it. That day, I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. Hmm? Oh, hey! I haven't seen you in a little bit. Oh, hey, you're in the driver's seat. What? Just now, was I doing something? Wait, so he's the guy who hit Michio? Then in the passenger seat would have been... We should go to the school first so the police officer knows where we are. Do you have another curse stone? Okay. Well, it wouldn't work anyway. I suppose it's during the day. I think I will call it there for the day, though. Because I only have 5 minutes left in stream. We made some good progress. Stretchies. Blood rush. You like this game? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know what I'm doing this morning. I have no idea what I want to play this morning. Maybe some Yakuza. We need to catch up on Yakuza. I'll think about it. Can't stop stretching. But for now, guys, wow, everyone's offline. Holy shit.